That is true. Krishna. Yeah, so we will go ahead, say our prayers, get on the start. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai. Thank you all, Matajis, for joining in. And let me go ahead, share the screen, and let's get started. What happened to our dear We are in 284, Shri Gaurangi Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Kamsa, the subduer of demigods, always brags about the strength of his own arms. He has no regard for anyone. He is constantly worshipped by demons like himself, some impotent, some very powerful, and by the rulers of men. When Krishna fails to respond, Akrura tries to change Krishna's mood from compassion to anger. In the beginning of Akrura's statement, he refers to Kamsa merely as he, Saha. In other words, so numerous and abominable are Kamsa's bad qualities that his name is not to be mentioned. His many demon friends in Mathura help increase his influence, and they share his arrogance and other bad qualities. Powerful demoniac rulers of other kingdoms like Bana and Bhoma also support him.
Jai.
Bana.
Yeah, that Banasur.
Bana Surya.
Akruraji is trying always. Now he's trying to make Krishna angry. So that, because he's now in Madhurya Ras and he's not able to leave the gopis. So he's trying to change his mood so he will come. So that is what is happening here.
Sri Sarupa said, Akrura having said this, took blade of grass between his teeth and cried plaintively again and again. Then that person named Uncruel, who had a most brutal duty to perform, offered his obeisance to all the women of Raja one by one. Commentary. When Krishna still didn't leave the group, Akrura, knowing Krishna to be controlled by his dearest devotees, appealed to the gopis. He approached them with all the humility he would muster. This wasn't, this wasn't easy because despite Akrura's name, taking Krishna to Mathura cruelest thing anyone could do to them.
Oh, this is very difficult situation for Akrura. The person named Uncruel. Oh, Krishna. He had to fall at the feet of all the gopis to let Krishna go. Oh, Krishna.
Sriman Akrura said, don't be death for the of the Yadu dynasty and for all the people of the world. Please have mercy on them. Dear goddesses, Krishna's wretched parents are imprisoned by Kamsa. Please help rescue them.
So he's evoking some mercy from the gopis and he's mentioning parents. So now let's see how the gopis reply for this.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Today I'll listen. So someone go ahead, Mataji.
Oh, okay, Mataji. Priya Madhavi Mataji.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. The divine gopis said, "You great cheat, you speaker of falsehoods, you followers of Kamsa. How can those who speak of be Krishna's parents? These two boys are the sons of Nanda and Yasoda. Don't murder Gokula. Do not become a killer of women." Commentary. Why do the gopis call the son of Swap, Swapak, Swap,
Swapalka.
Swapaka Muni a great cheat and liar? Because he is a follower of Kamsa. The Gopi statement that Vasudeva and Devaki cannot be Krishna's parent is current. Sorry, is Krishna's parents, is correct in the sense that Vasudeva and Devakis are really his unalloyed devotees acting as his parent roles. They accept only for his service. By telling Akrura not to kill the people of Gokula and especially not to become a killer of women, the gopis mean to say that his immediate concern should not be over Vasudeva and Devaki. The threat of their being killed lies in the future, and enough time remains for measures to prevent such a tragedy. The threat, however, that Akrura will become the direct cause of the death of the inhabitants of Gokula, including the cows and women, is imminent. Akrura should therefore think twice before committing this terrible sin. Oh my God.
So here, they are very clear. Like those two are not the parents. Only Nanda and Yashoda are the real parents. So here we get some clarity. Even though Vasudeva and Devaki are parents, but they are for the service of the Lord. They are acting as parents. So that also clarifies. And the gopis are saying that is somewhere in future. Now, if Krishna goes, we will die now. So this is, think about what is happening now. So very strong, very hard to argue with the gopis. Anita Mataji is listening today, so Sashikala Mataji, please go ahead. Sashikala Mataji, are you there?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I'm here. I just joined.
Yes, Mataji, so please go ahead.
Okay, Mataji, I'll read. So it is text 289, right, Mataji?
88.
No. 88. Okay, Mataji. Okay. Sri Sarupa said, when Krishna heard of wicked Kamsa's deeds, when he heard of the misery he himself had caused his own relatives, and when he saw that Balaram agreed with Akrura, he apologized to the gopis. And showing anger and sadness, he left the grove. Commentary. The anger Kamsa felt was directed solely at Kamsa. Oh, I'm sorry, Mataji. What am I reading? Okay. I'm reading from the mobile, so I'll zoom in and read.
No problem.
The anger Krishna felt was directed solely at Kamsa, and the sorrow he felt was for his faultless devotees. He interpreted his elder brother's silence as a sign that Lord Balarama accepted Akrura's proposal to take them to Madhupuri.
So this is the highlight. He interpreted his elder brother's silence as a sign that Lord Balaram accepted Akrura's proposal. So how much Krishna is listening to elder brother, right? This is really, really very sweet. Not the words of Akrura that changed his heart, but the point that Balaram has accepted what Akrura said, and that's the right thing to do. So he's willing to follow. So we have Vasantrasa Mataji.
Akrura was overjoyed. With Balram's permission, he quickly left the grove and ran to bring the chariot.
Sirisha Mataji, are you there?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
When the gopis understood that Krishna was about to leave for the city, they fixed their eyes on his lotus face. In dread of the imminent fire of separation, they cried and spoke to Krishna, falling at his lotus feet.
Hey Krishna. Then we have Neeta Mataji, are you there today? Haribol. Neeta Mataji, Payal Mataji, Richa Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Payal Mataji can read today?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, go ahead.
The divine Gopi said, "O Master, we cannot live even a moment without you. We have no other shelter. Do not abandon us. You are a maid servant. O Lord, take us with you wherever you go."
Jai. Richa Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Hare Krishna.
For the sake of you, the forests have become our homes and our homes forests. Our enemies, our friends, and our friends' enemies. poison sweet nectar, and nectar poison. Without you, we will die.
So all has become ulta when you are with Krishna. So they are saying so much like, for you, we are ready to accept anything. This is that extreme love that they have gone through and they're going through. Neeru Mataji, are you there today? Or anyone else who did not get a chance to read?
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I read? This is Vallavi.
Yes, Vallabi. Please go ahead.
How could we not die a slow death if we could no longer see anywhere your beautiful smiling face, your all attractive lotus feet, and your chest adorned by all splendor?
Jai, Jai. Neeru Mataji, have you joined? Okay, I don't see her, so I'll go ahead. When you go off to the Vrindavan forest with your friends, eager to enjoy your cowherd pastimes, we manage to pass our days only with difficulty, holding on to the hope that in the evening you will certainly return.
But if you go so far away on the order of wicked Kamsa to the city and the company of his friends, how shall we be able to live? Thinking of the pain you will suffer away from home and of what might happen to you, we'll be distraught with all sorts of worries.
Yeah, what will happen to you is more concern for them. So that's why they're feeling more pain.
We cannot imagine how much trouble you will have to endure to kill Kamsa and his followers, nor how long it will take to wipe out the misery of the people of Mathura. Nor can we be sure you will be remember us.
So all the points they are putting forward. So if they know Krishna is God, they will not have any trouble understanding. He will have no trouble killing Kamsa. But they don't. So that is why their love is overpowering their intelligence.
Sri Sarupa said, thus the gopis uttered many pitiful laments, which made all who were present cry till their minds were lost.
Wow. Yes, Priya Madhuri Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. The Supreme Lord somehow steadied himself, wiping the tears from his own eyes and from the eyes of the gopis. He spoke with a voice choked with feelings.
Sashikala Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. The personality of Godhead said, my enemy Kamsa is certainly weak. With no effort, I shall dispose of him. Consider me practically returned to you already. My dear friends, please don't create misfortune by crying.
He's like, I'm just back, just feel like I'm already back. That's how fast I'm going to come. So this is what Krishna is saying. So touching. Yes, Vasantra Mataji.
Sri Sarupa said. Then everyone hurried to that spot. Nanda and the other cowherds, and Rohini and Yashoda, and all the other, even the animals.
Wow. Vallapi Gopi, you can take your spot now.
Yes, Mataji. Lord Hari and his elder brother mounted the chariot which Akrura had quickly brought. With great effort, Krishna withdrew his gaze from the gopis.
Sirisha Mataji.
Seeing the gopis sobbing, fainting, falling to the ground, overwhelmed, and covered with dust, Yashoda also cried pity.
Payal Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Shri Nanda said, no?
Here, no. Do Nanda Maharaj.
Okay. Though Nanda Maharaj was also miserable within, with great effort he consoled Yashoda, showing seeming expertise in taking care of the business at hand.
Richa Mataji.
Sri Nanda said, don't think that I am going to that city happily or could ever accept Krishna to be someone else's son or leave him there for any reason and come home alone. or lose my wits and allow him to stay there very long.
So Nanda is also making a promise to Yashoda and all the gopis that he will bring back Krishna.
So
Niru,
Mataji, Nanda Maharaj always knew, right?
he didn't know. Only after going there, Krishna speaks, right? Then he says, okay, now you be here. He doesn't know. He's thinking he's going to bring him back. He
No,
doesn't.
no.
Huh.
He knows,
He
right?
knows that they are the parents.
They are the
Yeah.
parents, right?
Yeah, he knows that, but he doesn't want to leave Krishna there and come back, even though he knows they are the parents. Yeah. I doubt whether we or any of the Vrajvasis could live for a moment without your son. So you can take it for granted that as soon as we free Sri Devaki and Vasudeva, I will very quickly come back with Krishna.
Sri Sarupa said, thus assured again and again by Nanda's solemn vows, Mother Yashoda became peaceful, more or less. She then made a great effort to console the gopis.
She tried hard to calm them in various ways and induce them to get up off the ground. Then the cowherd men mounted their carts and Akrura started driving the chariot.
Jai.
The women of Vraja couldn't tolerate even slightly being separated from Krishna. As they watched him depart, they cried, "Alas, alas!" Their faces dried up, their steps faltered, and they sobbed pitifully in great anguish. With long drawn out cries, their voices choking in their throats, they ran behind the chariot, their laments filling all directions.
This is a very tragic kind of scene. Yes.
Some,
Priyamadevi.
some of them held on to the chariot, others forcefully fell beneath its wheels. Some fainted, and still others couldn't even go forward.
Sashikala Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. The cows, bulls, calves, deer, all the animals stood around the chariot, bellowing, their faces drenched with tears.
Even wolves and jackals approached the chariot to join the chorus of lamenting animals. Oh, Krishna. Yes,
Fran-
yeah.
Frantic birds flew here and there above Krishna, making a commotion, and suddenly the leaves of the plants dried up.
Vallabi Gopi.
Sorry, Mataji.
Yeah.
Stones. Is it the stones and mighty trees, Mataji?
Yes.
Yeah. Stones and mighty trees fell from the tall mountains. The rivers shrank and flowed upstream, leaving their creators high and dry.
Seeing his most beloved devotees in such a state churned Krishna's heart with pain and sorrow. Nothing he could do could stop their wailing, and from his own eyes he had to wipe a flood of
Tears. Yeah, Krishna. Krishna is crying so deeply himself. Yes, Payal Mataji.
The elder Varsni Akrura, fearing that Krishna might jump down from the chariot and go off again somewhere, supported the Lord from behind as if affectionately concerned that Lord might faint and fall down.
He is worried about his mission also, what to do. He has two tasks. Krishna. Yes, Richa Mataji.
Noticing that Krishna was indeed about to faint, Akrura took permission from Balram, Nanda, and the others. Manda and the others cracked his whip and vigorously made the chariot's horses set out.
He quickly drove the chariot away, swerving to avoid the animals and the cowherd women who had fallen here and there. Oh, Krishna.
As the gopis looked on, crying woefully like kurari birds, Akrura drove off with Krishna like an eagle carrying a piece of flesh.
So Krishna was like a
He
piece
drove,
of flesh. He had no life when he was leaving.
he drove the horses so swiftly that no one could tell where he went.
Because he didn't want any more kind of drama or whatever to happen to stop this situation. So he just drove so fast.
All the cowherd men, headed by Nanda, mounted their own cart, yoked two large bulls, and quickly followed Akrura.
Akrura brought Krishna to Lord Brahma's lake, offered him many kinds of prayers, and concealed him with a continuous flow of logical arguments. In this way, restoring him to an almost normal state. Commentary. Akrura hoped that being at Brahma Hrada, better known as Akrura Trita, would remind Krishna of how Krishna had given the cowards a vision of Vaikuntha, and that memory might further remind Krishna of one of the purposes for which he had descended to the earth, to kill Kamsa.
So this is that Akrur Ghat we call, where actually also Akrur had that vision also. So here he's hoping, remembering Brahma, Krishna will remember his promise he gave to Brahmaji that he has descended to kill Kamsa. So he's counseling him in all ways possible. Yes, Sashikala Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. How the people of Vrija then suffered is too painful to hear. Alas, alas, telling of this topic shatters even lightning bolts. I have said enough.
Sri Parikshit said, Sarupa, having said this, his voice full of grief, loudly wept, Dear mother, and overwhelmed by the ecstasy of pure love, he fainted.
So now only we are hearing Parikshit after all this, right? So that itself says that it is coming to an end. Yes, Vallabi Gopi. This last one.
The excellent but shaken Brahmana of Mathura cried for a moment, and then, by trying this way and that, he brought Sarupa back to normal. Sarupa then continued to speak.
Yeah, so we will pause here. The topic, so the whole conversation, the mood, everything is different the next set of verses. So yeah.
Don't want let end the book, Mataji, want more.
But yeah, the book will end with the way that will give us the learning. So it will not end in the sense it'll end, but it will go inside us and make us live it every day. That's how it's going to go forward. This is so sweet, actually confusing us between the Goloka and the Gokula pastimes. The heart is here and there, and we're like, what is happening where? And Sarupa is so absorbed when he's saying all this, and he's fainting and falling off, remembering these pastimes. So everywhere, Krishna is not heartless. Like all these situations, we can see that he wanted to go forward listening to Balram. Like he's not wanting to leave the gopis or give pain to them at any point. So even the thought that why did Krishna do, when we are saying that why, our anger is all diverted towards Krishna. So he's wiping his tears. He's not able to control himself. Akrura and Balram are counseling him to come out of that sorrow. So Krishna never personally wanted to do this at all. So we should never ever ask that question, why did he do that? Because he didn't do it willingly. This is the plan of the whole way it's supposed to happen. Any other reflections, Matajis? Is Akrura's pastime.
This is very sad, actually.
Yeah, sad part. But soon it'll change. The mood will in a day.
So Vrindavan,
This must
Krishna
be
was
so hard. Mataji, this must be so hard on the gopis, no? Just imagine, for us also, like I was just trying to think, uh, this is very stupid, Mataji, you know, when I got married so many years back, and my Prabhu, after marriage, he left me and went to his job. I was so sad. But 2 days I was sad, I was okay. Third day I was okay, happy. Happily in my mother's house, I was okay. The gopis, for them, the life is Krishna. And you know, he's going to a place where, how they
Doubtful.
how
It's
they said,
doubtful.
right, to go, you going to a place where we don't know how you will be.
Who will take care
So
of you?
much, who will take care of you? How much that pain must be, Mataji.
And that's how from the starting we are reading this pain is their what their gift, highest gift they can get in that Vipralamba Bhav. And it's so hard to understand how is the pain in the is going to be the gift, right? So starting of this third book only, Sarupa says, I'm going to take you to the planet where Vipralamba Bhav is the highest gift
Yeah.
that they have received because of their extreme love for Krishna. And Vipralamba is love in separation.
But Mataji, then also when the gopis go to meet Krishna in Haribol.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. So then also when the gopis go to meet Krishna in Kurukshetra, they are not happy, right? They feel so much. Mm,
So in this book, Mataji, Krishna is coming back. So to make you all happy, he's not staying there.
okay.
He's coming physically. He's coming back. Like
Okay, then it's good. Okay,
after
at
grazing
least.
the cows, he came back.
Yeah.
So he didn't stay there. The
Okay.
next part of Krishna going and being with Pandavas, all is that's not happening here.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least good.
Make us feel.
Yeah. Mataji, how much you can theoretically understand Vipralamba Bhav, that is okay, but he's coming back, no good.
Because I guess Sanatan Goswami knows the reader's difficulty, so he's doing, because for us sweet ending means that is what union is, the sweet ending in our stories. That is the only thing we know. That is the only experience we have.
Yeah.
So he's helping us with that part.
Yeah.
So it is always said that when we enter Vrindavan, the first place to go is Akrura Ghat. And Maharaj always insists that we roll at that dust and pray that we can, like Akrura, we can come taking, when he came searching to look for Krishna's lotus footsteps. And when he saw, first thing he saw was Krishna's lotus footsteps on the ground. And he rolled and rolled and he said, I got the darshan, I got the darshan. And he was so happy. So Maharaj was always insists that we roll in the dust when we enter Vrindavan. And first time when I went and we got down the bus and everybody was rolling and I was very confused. That was my first yatra in 96. And it was so spontaneous because the whole group is doing it, right? And even there was no place for the bus for next person to step the leg down because everybody was in the Dandavat states. And when they get up, they're all crying. And I'm like, what happened to everyone? I don't know. But I also then paid my obeisances. So it is very sweet. And nobody was even wiping the mud off because they were like, that is more glorious than the wealth of the entire world, the dust of Vrindavan. So those are sweet things to remember for me to enter Vrindavan.
We all have to go together, Mataji, like
Yeah.
ladies
What you said
yatra.
is exactly, Mataji. We all have to go together and Maharaj Yatra again. Yes, again. One more time together that we want this to happen, this to relive this experience of what we read. True. I pray that somehow it will happen again. Yes. All this will go away. There will be yatra, and next time, no thinking of whatever. If there is that, only thing to think of is to be that clearance of that visa or whatever to go and come back. And we can pray that if things is fine, then just go. Krishna.
Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu.
Karuna Sindhu. Mataji's, any other realizations? Please share if you have, since we finished a few minutes early.
Not realization, Mataji. Only thing, Krishna in Vrindavan, his feeling was hurting whenever he's going away from gopis. He's crying. There also he's crying. That is hard to digest.
For you,
Why he is crying? The gopis are crying because they got that bhava. So still they are feeling that Krishna Supreme. He's also crying means it's hard to. Why he's crying? Why he want to cry like that?
like actually there is happiness, Mataji. Like when I was leaving my house and coming, or when you see your loved one crying for you, then automatically tear comes. That how much you are loved, right? That feeling itself is happy crying, or crying mixed with happiness and sadness. So Krishna is willing. See, these people are ready to give their lives for me. How much I am, their life and soul is. They have made me as their life and soul, and he's feeling very happy. And in that intensity, he's crying actually. So it's also happy tears, even though he has job to do. Yeah, that feeling that we have someone to cry for us is a big blessing actually. Richa Mataji, you wanted to ask something, or is your situation getting better with understanding of the gopis? Sorry.
Sorry, Mataji, I have a background noise, so I'm just muting it. Sorry,
Okay.
Mataji.
No problem, no problem. Sure. And Amrita Nandini Mataji, thank you so much for posting those wonderful, wonderful pictures. And the last one that you posted of Radharani and all the gopis having Sankirtan. And on top of the tree, Krishna is sitting. That is so sweet, actually. And they are not seeing Krishna. So in that video,
They are searching for somewhere. He's hiding behind. I noticed that.
That is the real fun that he is having. So it is very sweet.
He's a naughty boy, Krishna. Very naughty boy.
He's not coming in the front. He's sitting on top and now hearing. They are all in tears. They are singing the kirtan.
Nice photo.
Yeah. So that picture is very sweet to relish. And the kirtan that you sent of Indra Prabhu, the Vipralamba kirtan also was very, very touching. Oh, Krishna. Yeah.
Very touching, Mataji. I like very much.
Yeah, very hard. That real crying of crying in the Mahamantra, singing the Mahamantra. Very intense. Yes. So first
when did you send this, Mataji? The kirtan?
Just few posts before that, just 2 more posts, that photos before that picture, if you just scroll down.
Okay, I didn't check today.
She's been posting a lot of wonderful stuff. So if I didn't reciprocate, please don't feel offended or anything, but I'm just relishing your posts. It's really amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vasantrasa Mataji, any realizations you want to share? Gayatri Mataji, Leela Madhvi Mataji, Sirisha Mataji, you all are very quiet. There must be so much happening there. All are keeping it inside and not letting it out. Vasantrasa Mataji. Mataji, are you there? Payal Mataji, you have, like, don't feel like you have to be called upon. This is our group, just small group. If there is something, please share. Some nectar you all have inside. I won't put pressure. Thank you all so much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam bhavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnava Bhakti ki jai. Goloka Gokula Pastimes ki jai. Ki jai. Jai Nitai Gaur.